What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another video. I am the Hobbyist, and today I'm going to be doing a first look at this Traxxas limited edition White Flame Bigfoot. This is a Stampede 2wd drive with the Bigfoot licensing and livery paint job, and I think it's pretty cool. Just picked this up used, and I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about it. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So as I mentioned, this is the Traxxas Stampede 2wd drive with the Bigfoot licensing. Picked it up used. It came with everything that it needs. It came with the original TQI radio. It even came with a 7-cell nickel metal hump pack. So absolutely everything, and got a really cool deal on it. But I wanted to show you guys some of the features of this truck because this is a really special RC. It is the only RC I've ever owned that I've actually wanted to get another one. So let's take off the body and show you what's under the hood. So looking at the body for a sec, as I mentioned, it is the White Flame edition of the Bigfoot body. You cannot get this body anymore, and people selling them online, it's close to $70 for this body. And it's in fairly good condition. It's got a few scratches here and there and a little bit of paint loss on the body right here. But other than that, it's in really good shape. Still has the original Casey Highlights light bar and everything. But putting that aside, underneath it's a pretty standard Stampede 2-wheel drive. Because it's the Bigfoot edition, it has all the black plastic. It doesn't have like the gray chassis or the gray shock bodies. It's all blacked out, which I think is pretty cool. It's got the stock electronics, so the stock Traxxas XL5 ESC, the stock Traxxas waterproof servo, I believe it's the 2075, and it's got the same Traxxas TQ receiver to go with the TQ transmitter. The previous owner did do some modifications to this truck. For starters, it does have the RPM caster blocks. They're the RPM plastic, really nice, good quality part. It's got the, I believe they're made by Proline, the adjustable body mounts, because as far as I'm aware, the standard Stampede doesn't have adjustable body mounts. And then around the back right here, there is the RPM transmission guard. It was originally green, but I didn't like how that looked, so I spray painted it black. But as you can see, it's starting to chip off a little bit. There's a little bit of green showing right there. As for tires, it's got the Traxxas licensed shaved chevron style tires, just like on real monster trucks. And then the wheels, it's got the silver wheels. And now, fun fact about these wheels is that when I bought this truck, it had some mismatched wheels. So it only had one rear wheel, and then the other three were fronts. One of the wheels was chrome. Two of the wheels were like a satin silver. So that was one thing I bought very soon after, was I replaced all of the wheels so that they all matched, because that looked quite a bit better. So this truck is able to run on 6-cell or 7-cell nickel metal hydride batteries or a 2S LiPo, and I have decided to run 2S LiPo. So in the plug here, you may have been looking at this, I have a Common Sense RC adapter that goes from Traxxas to EC3, because all of my 2S LiPos have EC3 connectors. Sorry about that. So it does run on LiPo, and there is a low voltage cutoff mode for the XL5 ESC, which I do have it set for. I have noticed that the low voltage cutoff cuts off the battery at a relatively high voltage at about 3.7 volts per cell, whereas most other ESCs, you see it's usually closer to 3.5 or 3.4 volts per cell. Despite that, you get really good runtime out of this truck on a 5,000 milliamp 2S battery. I took it out the other day, and the thing just kept on running. I think I got maybe half an hour of driving time in. It was quite impressive. So, as I mentioned earlier, this is the only RC I've ever had that I've actually wanted to get another one of, because it is just so much fun to drive. Like, I'm used to these big, fast 4x4s, which are a blast, don't get me wrong, but this little two-wheel drive monster truck is just something really special, and I really, really enjoy it. Now, if you're a longtime viewer of the channel, you know that I really like to modify my RCs. This one will remain stock for as long as I have it, unless something breaks, in which case then I'll probably replace it with a stronger equivalent. But as of right now, the truck is going to stay box stock. Now, I'm sure you guys are all wanting to see it run. Don't worry, that will not be happening in this video, but I will have a video out within the next few weeks where I will take this out driving and you guys will be able to see this truck in action. But until then, guys, that is going to do it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment in the section below for what videos you'd like to see next. Remember, keep an eye out in the next few weeks for a running video of this. But anyway, that's all for today, and I'll see you in the next one.